Hi everyone, welcome to another video from led86.com.au. Today I wanted to do a video about rewiring tail lights. I get asked this question quite often where a customer will, well, not one of my customers, but someone will buy a tail light from overseas, say the US, they bring them into Australia, they connect their tail lights and they find that the indicator and brake light are actually switched around. Or vice versa, someone from the States orders something from Japan, they get there and brake and the indicator is switched around. Now, I don't know exactly why the wiring is different for the countries, it just is. So people freak out and they think they can't do anything, but it's actually quite an easy fix to do. All you'll need is your tail light and one of these sort of micro screwdrivers. What we need to do is switch around two wires in the back here of the connector. We need to switch the brake wire and the indicator wire. Easiest way to find which one is which is to find the black wire, which is the ground, and then so our black wire, it's a bit hard to see on the camera, but our black wire is our top right hand side. And all we need to do is find the one to the immediate left and the one to the immediate diagonal right. So if you think about it, you have your black ground wire, you need the wire next to it and the wire below that. So depending on the brand, the connectors can be a little different. Some will have this little clip on the top, some won't. The basic idea though is that we need to get inside here, and if you look in closely, you won't be able to see on the camera, but there is like a little tooth that holds down the wire. So what's happening is there's like a little plastic tooth and the wire is kind of fitting inside. We need to come in and lift this tooth up so we can pull the wire out the back. So that's why we use our little screwdriver. And if you look inside, you need to look really carefully, but just above the wire, you'll see this little plastic tab. And in the case of this connector, we actually have this secondary clip. So we actually need to disengage this one first. But some have it, some don't. This one is a Valenti tail light, so in this case there's two mechanisms. We've got this little holder and then we've got the little tooth inside. So this probably just makes sure the teeth don't lift up and your wires don't fall out. So first thing we need to do on this one is lift up that little mechanism. Have a look at the back. We find, say, one of the wires we need to remove. Just kind of separate that a little bit. So what I'm kind of doing is pinching with my fingers on this wire. So I'm pushing towards the back. Then I need to get in the front here, get under that tooth and kind of lift up. So as I lift up, I need to pull back. And it takes a little bit of practice, but eventually you'll be able to get it. Now we find our other opposite. But basically the two wires you're going to change are direct opposites of each other. So we found our other wire. Look inside again. Find that little tooth we need to get under. Lift it up and pull out the back. There we go. Now we just need to put them back in their rightful positions. So line it up, push it in. Okay, so there we go, push that back in. Now I'm just putting it back into the same slot, but if you're doing this properly, you'd actually switch them around, just to give you an idea anyway. So then we do our next wire, push that in. You'll kind of hear it sort of click, and it won't want to come back out the back because that tooth is engaged again. And then in this case, we need to clip that back down, which I'm assuming is just holding the teeth down. So if I was to do it without lifting that up, it wouldn't come out at all. But not all connectors I've seen have this secondary function. So just have a look at which brand you have. They're all different. So that's it. It's really simple to do, and then you can plug that in and your indicators and brake light are going to be functioning properly. So I hope that helps, because a lot of people have been asking and I have to draw a little diagram and explain how to do it every time. Now I can just point you towards this video and you're on your way. So enjoy.